All right, so in this video, I'm gonna just show you how I weed this chrome vinyl. This is the design here in black, but it's also in chrome. Okay, so that one just needs to be taped. It's done. Let's get a knife. All right, so with any project I do, I always start with the tiny little parts first. Bring that down. All right. This one I'm going to do the teeth. And with the teeth, I'm going to start with the smallest tooth. The reason why, I'll show you. You grab the small one, then you drop it on the big one. Big one, bigger one, bigger one, bigger one. So the blade kind of stabs into the piece that's coming off, and it also, the piece that you've grabbed previously will also stick to it. Not always the best way to do that, depending on the design. These are pretty easy because they're just almost like flat, round objects. But yeah, that's the teeth there. So now I'm going to do the stars. These stars are a little harder to do this way, where you just keep the knife dropping down on them. When you're doing, like, chrome's easier than, like, say, black or white. Black or white, it's harder to do this with one pass because the stars you already picked up, they're going to stick a little more around the edges of the stars where you're trying to pick up. See how that one took off there? What's cool about these two, I mean, if you need little chrome stars for anything, I mean, those are good. Those are good to use. I'm a big believer in not wasting, so I save a lot of stuff that probably got a whole pile somewhere, just crap I saved. And all right, anyway, enough rambling. So right here on the top, you got a bunch of just randomly cut pieces, so I'm gonna just kind of bounce it. Okay, see how that came off there? And then I add my own weed lines for this reason. Watch how this one piece just comes right off. See, ran it all the way down. Sorry about the glare from the light. Ran it all the way down through the nose. All right, get off my hands. Okay, that one missed a star there. Missed a star there. All right. On the stripes, I've got my own weed lines that I made. Loud vehicle out there. So I'll show you. So this one's just gonna come right off. There's one stripe. This one's gonna have two. Now if I pull it from this end, it's gonna pick up the end of that stripe. So I'm gonna start over here, kind of go at a little angle. Kind of rock it back and forth. The reason I rock it back and forth on this particular design, you got these little pieces right here. If you go straight up or the wrong way, it's gonna tear that off. That little guy right there. That little guy, don't worry about that little guy. Just kidding. Potent Super Troopers. All right. Down here. Now that is pretty bright. Now, let's see how, yeah, I can't really work with that light off, so I have to leave it on and blind you. Down here. Okay. Inside it's a little trickier, but this is one of the parts I want to show you because of the weed lines. Okay, so I'm gonna grab it right here underneath the nose, kind of wiggle it. See, I added a weed line there so it didn't take up the rest of it. This little piece, I gotta fix that weed line there. It's kind of dumb, just take out one tiny. Now, same thing here with the weed lines. Just kind of bounce it, bounce it. Bounce it. Okay. See how that just kind of goes in its own pattern? This piece right here, the whole thing is going to come off. You come up from this way. Boom, look at that. Alright, that's your skull American flag tattered face thing. Okay, so when customers buy this, I always like to throw in little extras. So I added an American flag up here, just a flag. I'm doing the same thing where I just poke each star, and each star that comes up sticks to the next one that you poke. So get about 5 of them deep, and then it gets harder, but look at that. Doink, 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 doink. Okay. See how much better that is. I used to do one at a time, and very tedious. I got some designs that are just super detailed, and these little handy little tricks, they make life easier. All right, so same thing with weed lines. I got one right here on the end. You really can't see that, can you? Ooh, see. Got one right here in the middle, so I'm going to grab that by the corner, come at an angle. Kind of wiggle it. Wiggling it really helps. We've got a couple pieces here, there. Yeah, okay, so the stripes are all done. On this one, instead of coming up from the front, I'm going to come up from the back in the corner. Just kind of pull at about a 45-degree angle. A little wiggling. Look at that. Bickety bam, came right up. Right here you got a perfectly good piece of chrome, even though it's maybe 4 inches by 3. I do these little Punisher Magwell stickers. I mean, there's probably 4 of them right there. It's even good to use for, you want to throw in a little freebie. Like I could have threw it on here and gave it to this customer, but wasn't thinking. There you go, chrome skull American tattered flag. Haven't thought of a good name for this one yet. I used to call it skull flag face, but stupid long name. If you got any ideas, shoot them at me. If I see one I like, I'll name it, and then I'll throw the credit at you for it. Yippee, you're gonna win something. Just kidding. No, but yeah, throw me some ideas. Alright, thank you for watching. Wait. Before I do all that, let's tape these. Okay, get your tape, lay it down, sticky side up. Now I already know these are 12 inches long, tape's 12 inches, so I'll just get it lined up right on the end. Right here, and I always try to do it so at least one end I don't have to cut. Get out. That's me trying to move 1,000 miles again. Almost sprinkled the whole thing. Okay. Go from the back. Give it a little bit of squeegee. Flip her around. Okay, I get as close as I can to the edge there. Go. Get this one. Make sure you hold your ruler down tight. I've been doing this before and my ruler kind of takes off. And that sucks because you might cut through your whole design. Still got a bunch of excess here. Get over to the paper cutter. I don't want to tell you how many times I've cut my fingers open on this paper cutter, just moving 1,000 miles an hour, trying to do everything. Not fun, especially when you're in the middle of a job and you're trying not to bleed all over everything. It really sucks. So slow down. Don't be like me. I think that one's good. There's a little bit on the corner here that I think looks ugly. Get it right there. There we go. Got rid of that ugly corner. I got OCD with things being symmetrical and cut just right. Okay, let's get this one here. I always run my finger down the edge there, make sure it's not gonna cut through the design. Okay, looks good. A little bit of transfer tape hanging over the edge here. So we're gonna get right up next to that flag. Got it. Get right in between. Run your finger if you're not sure. Looks good. Okay. All right, that's your American flag, skull flag face. Extra little flag there. Extra little flag there. Pretty cool design. I got a big one on my truck, so